Hello and welcome back to a scrapbook of a champion. I'm Jairo Joyner. The game Michael Jordan just played in was his 784th game. MJ, the Iron Man of the NBA. But you know what? His exploits go all the way back to 1984 when a rookie wearing the number 23 out of North Carolina hit the NBA with very little notoriety as to what he would accomplish in the NBA. We knew about the college player, we knew about the Olympian, but not the 23 as a pro. But Michael Jordan, even in his first week, would make a huge splash against the San Antonio Spurs. MJ would light him up for 45 big ones. So sit back and enjoy the Sports Channel time capsule back in 1984, MJ at his best.
All right, well, we're ready for basketball here at the Chicago Stadium, and there's going to be a good crowd here tonight as the Bulls and the San Antonio Spurs will tangle with each other. You heard Red just a few moments ago sizing up the way this game looks, and the Bulls have improved in so many areas, and they've done so in a hurry. Let's go right now to Tommy Edwards for the introduction of the starting lineups.
Spurs, the visiting San Antonio Spurs. At guard, 6'4" from Arkansas, Ron Brewer. From Cal State Fullerton, 6'11" center, Ozell Jones. At center, 6'11", from California, Mark McNamara. From Notre Dame, at guard, 6'2", John Paxson. At forward, from Brigham Young, 6'11", Fred Roberts. From Arkansas, a 6'3" guard, Alvin Robertson. Now the starting lineup for the Spurs. At forward, 6'8", from Duke, Gene Banks. 6'7" forward from Auburn, Mike Mitchell. In the middle from Jacksonville, 7'2", Marcus Gilmore. And guard from Texas, 6'3", Johnny Moore. From Eastern Michigan and guard, 6'8", the Iceman, George Gervin.
Well, there you have it, a very potent San Antonio Spurs basketball team coached by the man on the right of your screen, Lowell Cotton Fitzsimmons from Midwestern University, his first year at the helm of the Spurs and 14th in the NBA. That's his lineup. The assistants, Scotty Robertson and Gary Fitzsimmons. The trainer is John Anderson. Banks and Mitchell are big scorers. Gilmore in the middle, Moore and Gervin. They can score a lot of different ways. Here are the Bulls now.
At forward, 6'9", from UNLV is Sidney Green. From Fresno State, 6'7" guard, Rod Higgins. From Albany State, 6'9" forwards, Charles Jones. At center, from DePaul, 6'11", Dave Torres. From Seattle, 7'2" center, Jawan Oldham. From San Francisco, 6'3", guard Q. From Wisconsin, 6'1", guard Wes Matthews. Starting lineup for tonight's game from Notre Dame, 6'9", forward, From Oregon State, 6'10" forward, Steve Johnson. At center, from Albany State, 7'10", Colwell Jones. At guard from Bama, 6'3", Mo Watley. At guard from North Carolina,
Well, that's the Chicago Bulls, coached by Kevin Lockery in his second year at the helm of the Bulls, a graduate of St. John's University. The assistants Fred Carter, Bill Blair, Mike Tebow, the trainer Mark Feil, and that is the Bulls lineup with plenty of offensive punch. They come in averaging over 114 points a game in the NBA. Now the officials is assigned by the league. Jake O'Donnell, one of the premier officials in the league on your left, and Blaine Reichelt, who will be teamed with him tonight. So we're ready to play basketball. Those two gentlemen will take care of things. Here is a look at the San Antonio Spurs lineup. Plenty of scoring here. Indeed, these are two relatively high-scoring teams, and Gervin gives you that extra punch of a guy who can always get a basket when he needs it, and Mike Mitchell is certainly an outstanding scorer. Bulls, meantime, Caldwell Jones will have a big challenge in the middle, and Dave Corzine will be teaming with him. You'll see a lot of the both of them. And so it'll be jumping center. Artis Gilmore, 7'2". Caldwell Jones, 7 feet, 2-inch height advantage to the Spurs as we get ready for the jump ball. And the Spurs got both games, both in San Antonio and here in Chicago a year ago, and this is meeting number 22 between these two teams. The Spurs have had a very, very good basketball team for several years, and because of that, they have dominated the series to date. So we're getting ready to play ball here. The Spurs are in the dark visiting uniforms, Bulls in their home white. Tip, they'll redo it. Looks like that was stolen just a little bit, not thrown quite high enough. Here's the story. Both of these teams, well, you wonder why they're scoring? I'd say those numbers tell you right there. Tapped out of the circle, finally picked up by Gilmore. He could not touch it with a foot in the circle, and the Spurs will have it for the first thrust of the basket. Banks lets go a shot. Misses right off the bat. Caldwell Jones, fighting hard, was able to get the defensive board, and the Bulls strike down the court. Watley, Woolridge, he'll fire. Misses. Jordan trying to keep it alive, does so to Woolridge as he Jordan managed to tip it away from Artis Gilmore. Here is Woolridge. He's covered by Banks. They should have a nice matchup there if they can post him a little bit. Jordan will take the shot over Moore. Nope. Fight for the board. Caldwell Jones with a hook. And the Bulls are on the board.
Well, we saw the forwards do most of the shooting, and then Michael Jordan came up with a little 15-foot pop, missed it, and a nice rebound by Caldwell.
San Antonio on the forecourt. Mitchell posted up, missed on the shot. It's tipped out. The Bulls have it. Jones tipped it out to Jordan down the lane, all the way. Basket, he put it in.
Well, he's got him standing in the aisles already. There he comes now, Billy Batson. He turns it on, and he becomes Captain Marvel. Slides down the lane, around Banks, and in, and draws the foul. Captain Marvel.
Gervin gets the foul. It's his first, and Jordan will try for the three-point play. It's there, and the Bulls with a 5-0 lead right out of the gate. They've gotten on top in this game, and the Spurs still looking for the first 2 points. We're a minute old here from the stadium. Moore deals off. Banks swinging through with a kind of an off-balance hook shot. And Jordan bringing it down the floor, driving, passes behind his back. Woolridge was not anticipating it, and he bounced the ball off of Gervin's foot, and the Bulls have it out of bounds.
Good play, heads-up play. That time Michael wanted to create something down the middle, and he just laid the ball off to Orlando, and a little hassle for the ball. It went out of bounds. Bulls ball.
Coach Kevin Locker, I'm sure, had to be pleased with the kind of hustle that he saw right there. Jordan with a miss. Rebound to Banks. And the Spurs in the forecourt. Jordan is covering Johnny Moore, the point guard. Head fake Mitchell. He walked. He walked with it.
Artis a little upset. He says, hold on, let me get down in low. Let me try something low. And, of course, he's leading the NBA in field goal percentage. That's why their percentage is so high as a team.
Yeah, because Gilmore hardly ever misses. He always gets it down in there deep where he can really overpower a lot of his opponents. Jordan, low feet, Steve Johnson hooks it up over Gilmore and puts it in.
Boy, if you remember last year, we got Steve Johnson to play against Artis that first game. Remember the great game he had last year against him?
You're right. He caused all kinds of problems for Gilmore, who had a lot of trouble handling him. Couldn't stop that hook shot. Quick hands by Watley, almost tore the ball away. Here's the power move over the middle. Gilmore, and as he was trying to get loose in there, he drew heavy traffic and a foul. And this one goes to Bulls center Caldwell Jones. That's his first and the team's first.
Well, the Bulls were reviewing during their shoot-around the plays that would be run by the Spurs, and that was one of Artis will take that ball, go to the middle, put it down. If he loses control, he'll fake and then try to dive back in the middle. He did that time, and Caldwell Jones picked up foul number 1 for the Bulls.
Artis Gilmore shooting over 80% from the foul line. Missed that first one. That's the numbers on him. Boy, that's a great free throw percentage for a big guy. And, of course, he's been around this league a long time now. This is his 14th year in the NBA. Spurs are finally on the board. It took him 2 minutes and 2 seconds to put a point on the scoreboard. Bulls in the forecourt. Watley. Caldwell Jones, the hand back to Watley. Moe driving the baseline. Gervin spinning in on him. Offensive foul called on Watley, and the ball goes over. So the San Antonio Spurs get it back to move the length of the court. Moore with the inbound pass, and Watley puts pressure on. Little screen releases that pressure. Fed to Banks. Bulls recover defensively. They have a double team down there. Mitchell, look out. Gervin's open. George Gervin was able to put it in while in the air. All in one fluid move. Here's a nice move. And Jordan missed on it, but it was fouled in by Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson has 4. The Bulls working the offensive boards. And they have a 6-point 9-3 lead. And timeout is going to be taken by the San Antonio Spurs. Coach Cotton Fitzsimmons does not like what he sees. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back in Chicago in a minute.
To the designers of the new Dodge Stratus, performance isn't just how a car handles, but what it handles. So along with a rigid frame and modified double wishbone suspension for control, they also developed the biggest trunk in its class. So Stratus isn't just a great driver's car, it's a great packer's car. New Dodge Stratus. It's full of answers.
Well, the Bulls are off to another good start, and we'll remind you the broadcast rights to this game have been granted to Sports Vision by the Chicago Bulls solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience, and any reproduction or other use of this program without the express written consent of Sports Vision is strictly prohibited. Bill Hazen back with Johnny Kerr. We're floor side here, center court at Chicago Stadium, with the Bulls and the San Antonio Spurs.
One-on-one. Look at Gervin and Jordan.
Yeah, he feeds it in the medium post area. Gilmore right to the hoop. Front rims on it, and the Bulls come out of there with it. And, boy, they have their track shoes on now. Woolridge quickly down the floor. In the middle, Watley's open. The Bulls are looking for each other, and they're finding each other. 8 points, the Bulls lead. This is their largest of the quarter. And the Bulls are on the move. Low lob for Gervin inside. Knocked away. Steve Johnson saved to the sideline. Jordan got it. And the Bulls have the ball. He flipped it while falling out of bounds. Here's a feed towards Steve Johnson. Jordan flipped it while falling out of bounds to Caldwell Jones.
Good action involved. They thought the ball was going out. Now watch the ball. Saved by Jones, and it just sort of hangs. Gervin comes after, but Jordan, watch him. Looks like it's out of bounds. He hangs in the air, throws it back in.
Bulls, after the common foul to Mike Mitchell, have it in bounds. And Watley, low feed. Steve Johnson, look out, and there, lays it up and in. Steve Johnson got loose inside, and he has a 6-point first quarter. You have a good memory, Red, the job he did last year. I had forgotten that, but you're right. He was outstanding on Gilmore a year ago. Now, if Caldwell Jones can hold Gilmore down, then the Bulls have a pretty good formula here.
They want to go one-on-one with Gervin, and Jordan just won't let him catch the ball.
Yeah, he's having all kinds of trouble. He's running the baseline. They can't get it to him. Moore with a long one misses, and Jordan has the board. And the Bulls are up by 10 and looking for more. Jordan all the way.
He lost it,
Ball goes over.
I have to laugh. You know, he has that tongue hanging out the side of his mouth. You hope he doesn't get hit in the chin to bite it off. But
he doesn't swallow.
He said he learned that from his father. His father used to do that when he was working. And he used to hang around him as a young kid and watch him, and he just picked up that habit.
Johnny Moore in the forecourt. Watley is on him. 2 very good ball handlers. Gervin low. Missed. He missed the layup. Got the rebound. Puts it up. Blocked by Steve Johnson. And the Spurs have it. Here's Moore driving. Foul. Contact with Steve Johnson, and they're going to give it to the big guy, I think.
Michael's got to come out. He took the blow. I thought, or let's see, Steve Johnson takes the blow here, but Michael Jordan had got hit a little early. I think he's going to come right out. Quentin Daly in for him. They didn't blow a whistle.
I think they gave the foul to Steve Johnson.
Yes, they did.
All right.
Yes, they did.
Here's Gervin in the lane. Forces it up there. Front rims on it. Woolridge fighting for the board. Keeps it alive, and the Bulls come out with it. Lead for Jordan behind the back. Woolridge lost it going up. And there was the big man just waiting for him. Banks at the other end. Driving. Flips it. Gervin's open. Man, can this team score baskets? Gervin has 4. And it is a 13-5 ball game. I'll tell you, that has to put a little fear into anybody when you see guys like Banks and Gervin on the break. They're so quick and such good scores. Here's Jones driving around Mitchell. He hit the bottom of the basket, though. Lost it.
Good moves by the Bulls, and they lost control of the ball.
Yeah. Gervin down the lane, goes up for it, and a high arching shot. He managed Woolridge to put it in. Gervin has 6. Down the other end, Woolridge off of the glass, drew the foul. And Gilmore will get this one. That's his first. 3rd team foul on San Antonio.
2 big jumpers going at it. Artis did a nice job. He blocked them, and then when he knew he was going to get the foul, he said, Orlando, you got to make this one from the line. Daly in now to replace Michael Jordan. Michael was huffing and puffing a little bit. He couldn't catch his breath.
Woolridge misses the first free throw. He is still not on the board. So the Bulls with Daly and Watley in the backcourt now. Jones, Johnson, and Woolridge up front. San Antonio still with their starting 5. Whoa, Woolridge missed them both. How about that? And the Spurs quickly up the court. Look at him go. Banks driving in, and Quentin Daly just grabs and holds on for dear life. This team will fast break with anybody in the league.
Got to be back, and that's the situation. Nobody was back to help out. Quentin Daly had to reach in. That was a shot of Gene Banks, a forward going to the hoop, wide open, and the guard had to reach in and take the foul.
So Gene Banks steps to the foul line. Not a particularly great free throw shooter, but just as I say that, he goes on the board with his first point of the game. Banks is a good scorer, especially inside. He had that one game against Los Angeles. I'm sure the Lakers will never forget it when he got 44 points on LA a couple of years ago. They used to use him coming off the bench a lot. But he has earned a starting spot this year. It's the Bulls by 4 now. Watley driving down the lane. He's open. Got the hoop. Enos Watley with a nice move. And Watley's off to a good start. It's the Bulls by 6. Watley has 4. Gervin trying to move. Kicks it out. Banks in the lane. To Moore. Gervin driving. Pumps it. No. Rebound. Yes.
Well, again, the moves, the same type moves. Mr. Smooth. The Iceman, George Gervin, he flipped it up off the glass. Everybody up in the air when he came down. George had it and laid it back.
He has so much English on the ball, you'd swear he's a professor. Johnson low, got the basket. He goes right to the hoop and puts it in. He has 8. Bulls again by 6. Cotton Fitzsimmons was not happy with the defense on that play. Feed in for Gervin, knocked out of bounds.
You see Gervin doing most of his work on layups. He hasn't hit anything outside. He goes right to the hoop. He wants to go over the top now of Quentin Daly, and Daly is looking for all kinds of help.
Cotton Fitzsimmons, you just saw him a moment ago, before he put the camera on him, he was not pleased with the defense on the last series defensively for San Antonio. Here's Gilmore. It goes to Banks, 10 to shoot. Moore cutting under heavy pressure. Gilmore, look out in there. Lost it going up. Foul call. Not sure who hit him for the Bulls. Might possibly Steve Johnson. I think he was right in the area.
Well, they found the open man, Artis Gilmore, and Johnson came over to help out. You saw Orlando Woolridge, a forward on one side, and the other forward, Steve Johnson. Johnson picks up the ball.
Gilmore helps himself in a way that a lot of big centers don't. If you foul him, he's going to hit his shots from the foul line, at least a pretty good percentage of them. He's 2 for 3 tonight for 2 points.
Even when he's not at full strength, he scares you just by being in the lineup.
He's just so big and strong that, you know, you have to come at him. It's like, come to Papa. He's there waiting for you down at the other end, I'll tell you that. And he's an intelligent player. He reads defenses, reads things very well. Woolridge to Watley, driving all the way in, tried to lay it off. Woolridge did not make the cut in time. He got caught behind a defender and couldn't break. And
I'd like to see him work a little bit to get the ball to Daly, get him a shot early.
Spurs could pull within 2 here if they score. Foul called on Watley on the drive. That's the 2nd personal foul. And I have that as the 5th team foul, putting the bonus light on at 5:06. Wes Matthews getting up to come in for the Bulls. And Watley comes out. So Matthews, who had been cut by the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll also see Jordan back in, and Steve Johnson comes out now. So Jordan's up front. Matthews and Daly at the guards. Jordan, Woolridge, and Jones up front.
You don't usually see this. A guy coming off the bench averaging 7 assists. Wes, your leader is Watley. And right behind him, only trailing by 3, is Wes Matthews. Johnny Moore's had his hands full tonight. He's trying to make the plays, and he's got guys running by him and around him.
Got them both, and now it's a 2-point ball game with the Bulls leading.
That's 8 points from the foul line now for the Spurs. That's keeping them in the game.
Indeed, they're getting a lot from the foul line. Matthews, he'll look inside. Daly comes around the screen. There's that shot you wanted, Red. Didn't go down for him, though, and Gervin has the outlet pass. Here is Moore. drive. Matthews holds him off. Looking low. Mike Mitchell, double team, goes up, doesn't get it. Jones with a rebound, and the Bulls kick it out quickly. Matthews, he has Woolridge on his left, Daly on his right. There's Daly. The fadeaway. No. Fight for the board. Kept alive. Matthews. No, he went over the end line with it. He went over the end line with it, and the ball goes over. So the Bulls grudgingly give up possession, and the Spurs can tie it with a hoop. Moore brings it into the front court. Bulls have led from the outset. And that's despite the fact that the Bulls have doubled the turnover.
Isolation here.
Yeah,
Watch him down low.
Gervin looking to go up on Daly. He does. And we have a tie score. 10 points for Gervin, who is off to one of those amazing first quarter starts of his, and the Bulls will take their first time out of the game. We'll pause. 4:07 left for the quarter. First quarter of play tied at 17.
The days are getting longer, but you don't have a second to lose because it's day and night savings time at your local Buick dealer. All week long, we're staying up late to bring you deals that will open your eyes. We've marked thousands of new Buicks throughout our inventory with special day and night savings time prices, and these markdowns are yours in addition to factory incentives. So wake up, because it's day and night savings time at your local Buick dealer, and you can't afford to wait.
Sport Mart has the low price.
Low price?
The low price on everything you're looking for. Like the Bravo Blade GL inline skate from Rollerblade with active brake technology. Or the brand new Bravo Blade Junior, also featuring active brake technology. Sport Mart has the low price on rollerblades so often
that we confidently offer you double the difference back if you find it for less somewhere else.
For the last word on the low price, it's Sport Mart.
You'll find what you're looking for in Sport Mart.
Bill Hazen back with Johnny Kerr here courtside, and there's the stories. You see it, 17 apiece with 4:07 left in the first quarter.
And Bill would like to welcome CableNet to tonight's Sports Vision preview. To see all the action of the Hawks Bulls this thing called CableNet at 299-9170 during business hours for your free Sports Vision upgrade.
Yeah, that's a great package, I hear, that Sports Vision upgrade, so investigate it. 299-9170.
CableNet.
Yeah, all in favor of that. Bulls will inbound it. We're tied at 17. Bulls going to break that tie. Here if they can score. Jordan, nice move to the baseline, runs into heavy traffic, dumps it off. Here's Woolridge driving. The head fake goes up. Got the basket. Oh, my goodness. He put that one in over heavy pressure from Artis Gilmore. That was hard work. Moore in the forecourt. Banks. Here's the jump shot by Mitchell. Long of the mark. He's off. He's not shooting well. Matthews, after the rebound by Woolridge, look at him go!
Boy, he had Johnny Moore going backwards, and once Wes Matthews gets you that way, he gives you a stutter step. You can't turn around. You go left, he goes right.
Yeah, he stutter steps, and then bang, he's gone. Then he's got you on your heels. Man, oh man. Well, the Bulls, after being tied 17, they've come right back here with two quick baskets. Have taken a 4-point lead. Here's Gilmore. Look out. He's in there deep, driving. Offensive foul. Offensive foul on Artis Gilmore, and the ball goes over at the 3:15 mark in the quarter, and the Bulls have it back with a chance to go up by 6. How about that?
Good job by Caldwell Jones. He stepped back on Artis.
Looks like the Spurs are getting ready to make their first substitution of the game. Big Ozell Jones is off of the bench. He's a rookie. Woolridge driving. What a move! Wouldn't go down as he managed to avoid a block shot attempt by Gilmore out of bounds. And here is Ozell Jones. We just told you about him, a rookie from Cal State Fullerton, who's coming in, and Gilmore is coming out of the Spurs lineup.
They like this young man.
6'11", 233 from Cal State Fullerton. Bulls with the inbounds pass, and boy, the Bulls held their own on the boards against this very strong and powerful team, and there's Daly knocking in his first 2. Everybody who has been on the floor for the Bulls has scored, all 7 players.
The stadium has picked up something here. When he gets the ball and shoots it, you can hear him holler, "Q!"
Yeah.
on the way to the hoop.
Mitchell on the baseline. He got open in there. They finally got it to him. And Mike Mitchell has his first 2, and it's a 4-point Bulls lead at 23-19. In the forecourt, Michael Jordan. Banks guards him from afar. Jordan right down the lane. Bails out at the last minute. Daly's open. Missed the shot. Rebound. Caldwell Jones. The fadeaway. Goal. He put it in. Caldwell Jones has 4 points, and it is the Bulls by 6. Approaching the 2-minute mark for the quarter. Jordan tried for the steal. Banks down the lane. Gervin almost stolen. Ball came loose. Bulls have it. Credit Quentin Daly with a nice steal in there. Jordan, Woolridge driving, goes up, foul. Travel with it, sure enough.
Everybody in the stadium up, the bench up, a little screaming at Blaine Reichel. Kevin thought he had 2 free throws coming, but little traveling music. Caldwell Jones, nice job. He leaves. Dave Corzine in for him.
All right, so Big Dave comes in off of his best performance of the year against the Indiana Pacers. He's on for the first time. Moore on the drive, and it finally goes in as it rolled around up there. Johnny Moore got a nice drive to the baseline. He has a 4-point first quarter. And it's a 4-point Bulls lead. We're down to minute 40 in the first quarter. And the Bulls on the attack. Matthews, Daly up top. He's open. He'll shoot that. And Quentin Daly has 4 points for the quarter, and the Bulls are now up by 6 once again. Boy, this has been a game played at a furious pace in the first 12 minutes here. Moore, Matthews won't give him any ground. Driving, kicks it out. Long one. Mitchell, foul, basket counts. Mitchell has 4.
Well, he's as good a forward as you'll find in this league scoring wise. A great touch. He played for Cleveland. He was sensational. Here's the pass up. Watch him get his feet together perfectly up over his head. Catches him right on the wrist.
And Orlando Woolridge with his first personal. Chance for a 3-point play here for Banks, and if he does indeed deliver on that, it would pull San Antonio within 3. Or excuse me, Mitchell. I meant Mitchell, not Banks. Mitchell has 4. He'll go for one more here. He does. He gets it. 5 points in the quarter for Mike Mitchell. One of the real premier scoring forwards in the game. Does it all. Came out of Auburn, of all places, where he holds records down there yet not yet been broken. Corzine going up. Nice fadeaway jump shot. Dave Corzine has 2.
Mike Mitchell's playing Corzine, and of course Corzine played with him when Corzine was in San Antonio.
So Big Dave's on the board, and it's the Bulls by 5 again. Moore in the forecourt. They're having to work hard to get that ball in low. Moore's open. Finally knocked it down. Moore has a 6-point first quarter. Virtually all of the scoring, or a lot of it, 16 of the 26 points that the Spurs have are from their 2 starting guards. They have nothing off of the bench and very little from their front court. This shot, rebound, Dave Corzine has it. To Jordan, driving, no. Lost it, lead pass, Gervin, can he get there? As Matthews to beat. Puts it in. George Gervin has a 12-point first quarter. And it's now 1 point, and the Bulls will hold for the final shot with 20 seconds left. Into the forecourt comes Quentin Daly. That's the score. 10 seconds. He's waiting. Now gets the word from Kevin. Says, go ahead and take it in. Daly has his pocket picked. Moore came up with the ball. Tried to send it ahead, and he was fouled. Submarine. Daly had no choice but to take him down.
Well, he stepped on his heel, I think, trying to get around. Let's take a look, Bill. There's the steal. Good steal. Now watch him out in front. I think he tripped on his heel there, and down he went. To be surprised if they don't give him a 2-shot foul on that. John Paxton in.
3 seconds left in the quarter as Paxson comes into the Spurs lineup. Graduate at Notre Dame, so for him, this is like a home game, I would imagine. Or a feeling of coming back home anyway. Johnny Moore to the foul line.
He's got a brother that's not a bad player out in Portland.
Ooh, I'll say. I'll say. Moore can tie it. He does. And the Bulls send Sidney Green into the lineup in place of Orlando Woolridge. Green is a strong rebounder.
19 points out of that guard position now. San Antonio.
They've gotten a lot of production out of it. Moore gets them both, and that backcourt is carrying them here early. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here's Jordan. He'll fire a 3-pointer. Got it! He put it in! He just beat the buzzer! Michael Jordan has a 3-pointer, and the Bulls have a 32-30 lead at the end of 1 quarter of play here from the stadium. Wow!
I, Oliver McCall.
I, Oliver McCall.
Promise to uphold the title of heavyweight champion.
Promise to uphold the title of heavyweight champion.
To defend the title against all challengers.
To defend the title against all challengers. Which means I'll beat the daylights out of Larry Holmes.